Back in 1919, grandfather started the business, which was initially a blacksmith shop, and they do just little repairs and stuff. They then moved into trucks, as it happens, and they looked after a fleet of trucks, old trucks, which they used to run up and down the A11, taking produce from Norfolk into the markets of London. So that carried on for a few years, and the motor car then became obviously a bit more popular, and they started to repair cars. And it probably wasn't till about the 1940s when my father joined the business that they got their first franchise, which was BMC as we know it then, and they also took on Triumph, Standard Triumph, and also Ford. So in the mid-50s, 60s they had 3 franchises. However, manufacturers weren't happy with lots of dealerships in one place, so they ended up sticking with Ford, which they'd done very successfully for many, many years, right through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and in fact till the year 2005. I joined the business back in '76. Seems a long time ago now, I have to say, and it probably was. But yeah, I joined after going to college and what have you, and went through all the roles. I was a technician, parts, body shop, receptionist, accountant, sales to a degree, and obviously progressed right through the business. My big break came for me personally and for the company in '96, when there was an open space for Toyota in Norfolk. They advertised as Thetford and Diss, and we applied in little old Attleborough, and lo and behold, we were successful. And from '96 we then became title representation in Attleborough along with Ford as well. So that was our big break. We were very successful, competed with the big boys in Norwich through customer service more than anything, and obviously good deals. And then in 2002, Toyota's market area changed, where they wanted one dealer to look after the whole of Norfolk. Obviously I put my hand up for and applied, and once again we were very successful, and we were then awarded the Toyota franchise for Norwich, which meant building a new dealership where we are today. And then following on from that, 2 years later, we then took over the Toyota dealership from Gooch Motors in Lowestoft. So that then created the Toyota market area of Norwich, Lowestoft, and of course Attleborough. Dingles, as I say, we're 95 years old. We'll certainly make the 100 years old, God willing, and health, so looking forward to reaching that. But the values are still the same back from the 1919, which is all about customer service. Our unique selling point is we are one of the oldest family businesses in the whole of Norfolk, certainly in the motor trade. I think probably in Attleborough we're actually the oldest business actually left in Attleborough. So there's a lot of history there, and that, for us, that is one of our great selling points. We've got customers I could pull out who probably on 20 odd vehicles that they've had from Dingles over the years. We've got customers who are 90 years old who are still driving Dingles vehicles, and when they come in they can't wait to tell me the story about the vehicles they bought off Grandad and the vehicles they bought off my father and everything like that. So yeah, that's wonderful, fantastic characters. Most of them are from Norfolk, and they're just lovely, just salt of the earth for me. We've had Toyota, as I said, back since '96. In that time we took on the Lexus franchise, and we've took on Isuzu franchise. Both have been very successful, but a great opportunity came back in 2012, the back end of 2012. There was an opportunity to represent Hyundai in Norfolk, something which I was very excited about personally. It added well to the franchises that we already had. So we put a little package. We went down, done a presentation to the directors of Hyundai about what we were proposing, a new dealership building in Norwich for them adjacent to this one, representation in Lowestoft, which they'd never had before, and even the possibility of representation in Attleborough. So that gave them quite comfort that there was this family business that had been around for quite some time and was going to give them better representation and facilities than they already had. Dingles, as I said, been here a long time, and we like to get involved in community things. So I think it's good for the business, but also for community. We do quite a bit of charity work. Currently, Norfolk Air Ambulance, which we think is a great cause. And of course, I'm a long-time Norwich City supporter. Over the last few years, we've built up a relationship with Norwich City, and we are now their official car supplier, which is good. I feel very proud of that. We currently have 6 vehicles which they run, all sign written up with Dingles and Norwich City. So yeah, very pleased, great, something to be around. There are these large car supermarkets all across the UK, and we have one in Norwich as well. Yes, they do give a variety of a massive amount of stock. At the end of the day, their perception of being cheap isn't always that way. And as we are car dealers, and therefore we do like to deal, so we feel not only can we give value on price, but we can also give that service as a manufacturer, a dealer of a brand. We have technicians who are trained by the manufacturer, all up to date. They have to attend at least 7 days training per year. They have to be certificated and qualified to work on a vehicle. That's the kind of service we can offer that the used car people can't. We like to feel that customer satisfaction isn't just a statement which is written on the wall. We have a saying here which is called the Dingles difference, and I want every employee to treat the customers how they would want to be treated, and they want to go away and feel special. All cars are good now. I'm not going to say out there everybody's got wonderful facilities, but the big thing that can differentiate Dingles for the other motor dealers is our genuine customer care.